Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, that subscribe button, and that notifications button so you can get the videos as soon as I put them out, which are typically around 9:30 a.m. Eastern time. Welcome back to the Anthony Spade channel. Before we get started, I will not be talking about all women, even though it feels like it. And if it feels like I'm talking about you, you need to check yourself.
Nigga, what?
If you're looking for the music to the intro and you want the link to the second channel, both are below in the description. But can you please go ahead and hit the notifications button right now? Okay, guys, today I'm going to be talking about why girls that are raised by single mothers love differently and often get furious whenever you do not show them any attention.
I hope you see me now.
All right, and the reason why I'm talking about this is because a lot of you guys are going through problems with women that you do not understand what's happening here. I have a rule with my life, and it's been like this for a long time. If there's no father in her life, then I'm not gonna make her a wife. I'm not gonna wife her up. I'm not gonna get in a relationship with her. We will strictly only be messing around. And the reason why is because those type of women are the worst to deal with. They would never be normal. No matter how much they tell you they would never be normal. It's to the point where if you take a woman who is raised by both of her parents and she hang around a girl who doesn't have a father in her life long enough, she would develop her mindset as well. And that's where you start getting a lot of women who are raised by both parents that are running free because they've made women who don't have a father in their life their leader.
It's upsetting me and my homegirl because we feel like, well, damn, if you can't go to bed on no chase, what the hell could you go? So
today we're going to be talking about why they love differently and why you don't understand why they love differently. Let's get to it. First, she's less trusting. What does that mean when she's less trusting? That means that she's going to test you more. All right? The men that she deal with will be tested way more than normal. They like to play a lot more games, but they tell you that they're not playing games when they really are playing games because the games that they're playing is making sure that you're going to accept them no matter what. They can do what they want to do and you're still not going to leave. So all their tests is there to make sure that you are a certified simp.
You're a really good guy.
All right. Typically, this is going to happen when she comes out of the bad relationship with the alpha male and now she's looking to gain her confidence back. She feels like she can't trust anybody. So she's going to constantly test the guy, test him over and over again. So she knows for sure that this is the guy that she's about to make her boyfriend, even if she's going to be with him long term or short term. But the bad part about it is you get to watch all of these mood swings and you get to be confused trying to figure out what she's doing when she's doing it on purpose. So understand, if there's no father in the house, that's the more games she's going to play for conquership. Next, when she accepts the relationship, she only did it because you gave up all your power.
It's called being a leader.
Understand that. The girl who does not have a father in her life will always end up with the beta male simp. You have to relinquish all of your power to her in order to get her. What does that mean? That means as soon as you get her, you're going to spend most of the relationship just catering to her mood swings. She's going to be acting like she's depressed on purpose. She's not going to call the phone on purpose because she wants to see if you're going to call it 5 or 6 times to show how much you like her. She is going to play a manic depressant as soon as she gets in the relationship, which means every single day there will be a problem.
I'm not bitchy, I'm a boss.
There will be something going on. You will be like, hey, what's wrong with you? Hey, what's going on with this? Hey, what's going on with that? You're going to find yourself being her psychiatrist, being her main squeeze, being the person that's there to put up with all her nonsense. I keep telling you guys. Love is nothing but you accepting the negative traits of a person until you get tired of accepting those negative traits. When you stop accepting those negative traits, that's typically when you're falling out of love. Love doesn't really have an emotion. It's a choice that you make to accept somebody no matter what. So when she gets in a relationship, you best believe before she says that you're my boyfriend, She already know. As long as I act like I'm miserable, he's gonna always be there to try to make me happy all over again.
Are you okay?
Next, her love language is always changing. What do I mean her love language is always changing? It's simple. You're gonna notice this type of girl is gonna go from alpha male to beta male, back to alpha male, back to beta male. That's gonna be her life cycle. All right? Every beta male she gets with, you will hear the story about the guy before you.
I'm still technically married to my ex from Morocco.
Because she gets with the alpha male thinking that she has the power to keep him. But when he gets rid of her, she runs back to the beta male to gain her confidence back because she can victimize herself with the beta male. That's what she does to you.
I'm feeling so sad.
She victimizes herself. She always places herself in a position where guys have always did her wrong, so you jump into simp mode. When you jump into simp mode and you give her her confidence back, she's gonna start acting funny because she's gonna start seeking a alpha male.
About time that I throw away those cardboard cutouts to get myself a real man.
See, after you get past the pillow talk and you done already been manipulated and you're just focusing on making her happy, at that time, she's going to be focused on trying to find a guy that's going to give her entertainment. You have to understand, without a father in her life, she doesn't know what a real man is.
He's a vegetarian, so I'm lucky.
So her definition of a real man is whatever her brainwash is at. So if she looks at Instagram and a real man drives $1 million car and spends all his money, that's what she's going to go for. If she goes to Instagram and all the girls are dating regular dudes, that's what she's going to go for. Like, look at the Kardashians, right? Look how Kim Kardashian ended up with Pete. But look at Megan Fox, how she ended up with the guy who was on drugs too. You have to understand, whatever the trend is that women are in on Instagram is what that type of woman is going to chase. But in order for her to have the confidence to do that, she needs a beta male to give her the confidence into believing that she's more prettier than what she really is.
I'm sorry, but I think you've mistaken me for someone who would speak to someone like you.
So all of her relationships are going to be alpha, beta, alpha, beta, alpha, beta. By the time you get around to her, you'll know exactly how many guys she's been with, but she's going to have you convinced that all those guys were bad.
Look at my face.
Next, they're never living for years down the road. They're always living for the now. Understand that. When she's raised by a single mother, she's always in survival mode. When a woman is always in survival mode, they're always in a mode to manipulate somebody or get over on somebody. That's what people who are in survival mode do. They find a way to get over on people so they can get ahead. This is why people rob. This is why people steal. This is why you have credit card scams. This is why when somebody's back against the wall, you see the true side of them. It's like that with a single woman. Whenever she grew up without a father in her life, she's only programmed to be in survival mode because her mother had to be in survival mode in order to take care of her. So her mom has taught her how to manipulate. Her mom has taught her how to remove her emotions from what she's doing and feel like what she's doing is correct.
Sometimes mommies ain't shit, and yours is probably at the food court giving away free samples.
It's the same way why people become gangbangers, drug dealers, and all this stuff that's negative. And if you talk to them, they always have an excuse why she do it. It's the same thing with that type of woman. She's going to always have an excuse to be in survival mode and not to trust because there was no father there. And the only type of guy that she had was from her mother teaching her how to manipulate. Next, these type of women are going to always age faster than any other girl. All right, they're raised by a single mom. I can almost guarantee you by the time they're 21, 22, they're already looking 30.
Ethan, guess who's getting her tongue pierced with her tax return?
They're already beat up. Most of them already got a kid or two. Most of them have already did everything that you could possibly do on P-Hub. They have already stretched out. They've already lived a life of a 40-year-old woman who's lived a basic standard life with both mom and dad inside the house. While the average girl who come from a structured home, They may date till they're 25 and decide to get married when they're 26 and up. But when it comes to a woman raised by a single mom, she's going to be looking to mature and start having a family at like 18 years old, 19 years old, 20, 21 years old. They're going to be looking to get married and do it fast because they've matured, but they're in competition with the mom.
It's like, I really just don't know what I want to do.
If the mom is not married and is still single, the daughter is going to be trying hard to get married and be single. But the daughter's going to make the mistake. She's usually going to end up with the wrong guy because there's no dad there. So all she did was just follow a knucklehead dude who was alpha and more dominant than her. So she's going to get knocked up, and then the baby that she has is going to glue her and her mom relationships back to each other, and she won't be good forever. I'm telling you right now, if she is not raised by a father, she is going to go through her life in and out of relationships. Her end game is going to be a single mom with multiple kids. I do not care what guy you are. It is extremely rare for a guy to get with a mother not raised by her father and the relationship actually lasts. That simple. Majority of women who do not have a father in their life will eventually become a single mom, regardless of how many relationships she ended in. By the time she's 40 years old, that's typically the end result. Hopefully you guys are able to get the message behind the video and understand, bro, when you're dealing with women who have not been taught how to be in a relationship, it's the worst feeling in the world because you spend more time confused trying to figure out why they're so moody because you're doing nothing but treating them good. And you're taught, as long as I treat this woman good, then I'm going to have good luck with her. And typically that ends up false. This is Anthony Spade. Comment, like, subscribe to both of my channels. And please go ahead and hit the notifications button right now. Hasta la vista.